Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Got a viewer writing in on the emails here. This is Aniju. They're writing in, or Enio. That's what they're signing off with here. I hope I'm saying that right. And I apologize if I'm not. Hi Matt, I need your help because I'm in a big dilemma and I know you can help me as you helped many people in your videos. I am getting in the photography, buying my first camera, mainly will be using for portraits and videos, sports, maybe some landscape also. At first I was looking at Panasonic G7 because I get for a good price premium kit and still have money for a 42.5 lens. I like that lens. Then I also saw on your channel the G85 and the GX8, or should I go with the Fuji X-T20? Maybe an Olympus M10 Mark II. And which good lens to buy with that I could be used let's see here. That could be used as for a photo and video. So he wants to know which lens for both photo and video. Budget is max $1,200. I would be grateful for your help and keep up the good work. Love watching your videos. Ennio from Austria. So, well, hello to Austria, and thank you for your question, Ennio. Again, I hope I'm saying your name right. Good question. What would I do there? What camera would I go with? I think that if you're shooting portraits, videos, and of sports and some landscape, perhaps you might value the IBIS. I mean, the big difference between the G7 and the G85 is basically the IBIS. It's a newer camera with IBIS. G7 is still a very good camera and doesn't have IBIS. So I personally would have no problem shooting it for really any of those things. I like IBIS, but I can live without it. That's the question you have to ask yourself. Do you need IBIS enough that you want to spend the extra money? Now the GX8 does everything pretty much that the G85 does, or the G80 in Europe, but with a little bit different form factor. It's a little bit smaller, lighter. There it is right there with the 42.5 you were talking about. It's a great little camera. Has a full vari-angle screen here. I really like it. A little bit more resolution, although the G85 also has no low pass filter, so pretty equal on terms of what you can squeeze out for ultimate image quality. Between this and a G85, so between the GX8 and the G85, it's going to come down to preference of the body style, which I like them both, so I'd say get your hands on them, see which one you like better. If I'm out and about in shooting, nature or whatever, and I'm taking it with me on a hike or traveling, I like the GX8 form factor for that. In the studio and shooting more professional work, as far as like in a corporate situation or whatnot, I like the body style of the G85 as well that way. So you kind of got to play with both of them and see what you want. There will be a slight nod probably for resolution, although again, the nod to the GX8, but with the low pass filter not in the G85 or the G80 in Europe, you're going to see it so close that it really doesn't matter. And then the X-T20 is a whole other ball of wax, because the X-T20 gives you more resolution. It's 24. This guy's got the wonderful little 50 f2 on here. Gives you a bigger sensor. You're at a full APS-C sensor, and does 4K very nicely. And it's a very nice little offering as well. So for video, I would give the nod to the Panasonics, although the Fuji is doing very well and it's offering 4K. For ultimate image quality, I would give the nod to the X-T20 in this case. And for the price, fantastic offering. So, if you're kind of equally weighted between video and photos, perhaps the X-T20 is the way to go. If you're really heavily into video, then maybe stay with the Panasonics. Kind of hard to go wrong with either of these, but if there is a heavy weighting in photography, I would give the nod to the X-T20. For your budget, I think you're within that for either of them. And for the lenses, again, I would recommend the one that's on here right now, the Fuji 50mm f2. And I do like the 42.5 from Panasonic as well. So it gives you an 85 effective on the 2x. This gives you about a 75 effective. So both good portrait ranges. So that's what I would look at. If you're more heavily weighted to video, perhaps the best deal for you is a G7 with some good lenses. If you really want the IBIS, then stay with a G85 or a G80 and the GX8, one of those two, depending on the body you like. And then if you're heavily into photography, if it's as weighted as video, then maybe the X-T20s you want to go, the route you want to take. And I really like that new 50 f2 lens. So give you some options, but you kind of need to define what your needs are and what you like better. What do you think, guys? You want to leave your ideas below in the comments on which way he should go? Which way would you guys go? Would you go with one of the Panasonics? Would you go with the Fuji? Let us know which way and why. Thanks for your question, Ennio. Hello to Austria. And stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.